send it. Let me see.
Yeah, I think something just popped up there.
Oh yeah, we're live.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're live.
I'm gonna send a thing out right quick.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a share out right quick.
Oh, come.
One second.
Red post. Oh wow, yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't have enough subscribers.
Yeah, I know, right? You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah, I know, right? Subscribe and share.
Come.
Yeah, let me get started.
Shalom, brothers.
Come, give us 1 second. We coming. You can open this up if you want to, bro.
Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
It's the brothers from the Raleigh, GMS Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Back with the Lord's willing edifying lesson. Before we go any further, all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakar
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching us 1% truth according to the Bible well. And peace and blessings to the full of the nation of Israel. Today, through the Spirit and power of God by Shema Shai, we're going to get into some scriptures going into prophecy. Because the prophecies will be held by Shema Shai. Whether people want to realize it or not, well, they are faithful and true, and they're going to come to pass. In these last days, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And those who are claiming to have the testimony of Yahweh Shai will come in the spirit of prophecy. That's how you're going to be able to tell the real prophets of the Lord from the fake prophets. These fake prophets, they're speaking about, continuing here in Babylon the Great, which we know, from our teachers, the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, how we've been taught the scriptures. Well, Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed, in a blaze of glory by 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles.
That's right.
You see?
I got something for you. I got two, matter of fact.
Okay.
I only hit Jeremiah, then we'll go to that Revelation, on the spirit of prophecy. Yep. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied.
Exactly. So the prophets, always prophesy. You see, and we look up that word to prophesy, it means to say before. So the duty of a prophet was to warn the people, and tell them the gloom and doom that Yahweh Shema Shai was going to bring to society before he brought it. The Lord never sent his prophets, there if he was pleased with the place, you see. They prophesied against, you see. You got it.
It says, prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
And we are set up against this great kingdom, which is Babylon the Great in these times. You see, the hammer of the whole earth. And we're telling you that Yahweh Shah is going to come back with the band of angels, with the host of the heavens, and destroy this place with the concentrated fire from those chariots, the laser beams. Before that, the Lord is going to systematically bring this place down. He's going to cause a famine. He's going to cause an uproar of the people. He's going to cause the love of many to wax cold. You see? And this kingdom is going to be brought down from the inside, and the Lord is just going to swoop in, in the height of World War III, you see, and bring this place down.
Just like he did ancient Egypt. He didn't take down ancient Egypt in one day, which he could have. You know what I'm saying? He did it bit by bit. You know what I'm saying? He kept warning the people. Their pride started building up. He kept warning them again. The same thing with America, man. All right? You think the stimulus package is going to make this place bounce back? No. Every time you put stimulus packages into place, you have by Shemashah warning this place again. People's houses getting destroyed. You ain't going to be able to keep pumping money into a falling economy,
That's right. And that's actually destroying the economy even more. You see, the only reason why we haven't seen the collapse of Babylon the Great, because it's not the will of Yahweh by Shema Shai yet. Right. You see? And really, since Babylon is printing their money in their own currency, that's what's stalling this collapse. You see? You got it.
Going right back, we read in Jeremiah 28, you know what I'm saying, that the prophets prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms. We're going to go to Hebrews right quick. Same thing Noah was doing, because like we mentioned earlier, you're going to know the prophets, you know what I'm saying, by what they speak, They're going to prophesy. We're going to Jeremiah, he said he prophesied against many countries, right? Let's see what Noah did. Because it says if they don't speak according to his word, there's no light in them, right?
Yeah.
This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse, I'm going to go straight to the point, 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High.
Yeah, the key thing is by faith. You know, you have to take that leap of faith when you go out there on the highways and byways. You know, the scripture talks about, I believe, therefore have I spoken. So you truly believe in what's coming. You've been gifted with the knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai. You're going to be speaking about it. You know, you're going to be just as Moses, you know, Aaron, they spoke the will of Yahweh Shema Shai into existence. You see, and that's what we're doing. You know, the Lord is a man of His word. So us going through the highways and byways speaking this word is you know, moving the Lord. You know, where the Lord is moving. You see,
that's right,
to do His thing. Yeah.
It says by faith Noah, and plus the scripture just backing off what you said. The scripture say I believe, therefore I have spoken. We also believe, therefore we speak. So most definitely, it takes faith to speak these words, man. You know. In order for you to speak these words, you got to believe them first and foremost. In order for you to speak them, you know, you got to believe first. See, faith came first, and then we started speaking the words that you have. But you never shy. It says faith coming by hearing, right? So we heard the words, believed them, then we started speaking. Same thing Noah did. It says by faith Noah, being warned of the Most High, of things not seen as yet.
That's right. You know, being warned of what? There was going to be a flood. You know, there was going to be a great calamity to change the whole aspect of how that world was being ran at the time. You see, a great flood. Where now we're telling our people, you know, a greater damnation is coming. A flood of missiles. You know, before that, you know, before the cherry on the top, you gotta put the Sunday together. You know, the famine, once again, the civil unrest. These things. A great humbling, just like the Lord brought a humbling in Egypt before He destroyed it. He's going to humble these people greatly.
That's right.
And especially you proud women and you hypocrites. All right. A lot of hypocrites in Babylon the Great. Yeah.
It says Noah moved with fear.
It was said as things not as seen as yet. That's faith. You know, he believed. You know, but he said he moved with fear. You know, fear was his motivator. He was warned, and through the terror of the Lord, he was persuaded. You see. Yeah. And
he went to go persuade others, you know what I'm saying? He knew the terror you have, but you know, so he went forth to spread the gospel, to preach the good news.
The good news, the gospel of salvation, and for those who return. You see, that's what we're preaching, salvation for those who return. That's the gospel.
That's right. And destruction for all non-believers. That's the same thing that's going on in 2021. Salvation is coming for all the true believers, and destruction is coming for all non-believers. Pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, which we can get that, Lord willing, in a few. It says, he moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
Yeah, right now we're building this spiritual ark. This, you know, connection with Yahweh Shema Shai is, you know, is allowing us, you know, to be in a place of safety and refuge when this destruction comes, when this flood comes.
That's right. It says those that are troubled rest with us. Well, rest with where? Within the Comforter. You know what I'm saying? This is your protection. You know.
That's right.
It says by the which he condemned the world.
He condemned the world. Exactly. He was set up against that age of wickedness at the time. Just like this being the last age of wickedness, we are condemning this world and this kingdom. You see, because Yahweh Shema Shai, it tells you he that make himself a friend of this world makes himself an enemy to the Lord, because the Lord is clean contrary to the ways how this world is being promoted. It's being ran by the wicked. You see?
And you made a good point. If this was a righteous kingdom, you wouldn't have the prophets prophesying against it. Like when we get set up through the Spirit of Yahweh, Bashim upon a King David and the 12 and the men on down, you're not going to have someone coming out running about prophesying against the kingdom of heaven. This is going to be righteous, man. You only have the prophets prophesy against wickedness, man. All right? And this is a wicked kingdom, aka queendom, aka corporation. So we're going to prophesy against it. Our Ratazai to burn, you know?
That's right.
And the last part it says, which he condemned the world and became heir of righteousness, which is by faith.
That's right. So, you know, when it deals with faith, you know, that's what we ultimately need. You know, we need faith in these last days, you see? And work without faith is dead.
Right. And I'll finish the rest of Jeremiah off. Jeremiah chapter 28, down at the bottom, verse 8, it says, they prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
You know, so that's what spirit we're coming in. That war, you know, all the way to a civil war, you see, economic war, You see, people fighting in the streets.
That's right, brother.
All the way to this World War III. The third world, the war, the end all wars. It's gonna be fought. It's gonna be a nuclear war, of course.
That's right.
You see, it said evil. Evil is a compound word meaning bad times. Eve. Ill meaning bad, and Eve meaning time.
Right.
You see, so the bad times are coming to Babylon the Great, and these different pestilence. We all know the thing that must not be named.
Right.
The spread across four corners of the earth.
Right.
Well, that's the beginning. Things are only going to get worse. The Lord's going to bring darkness. The Lord is showing a glimpse of the place which He's going to bring.
That's
a
right.
Power outage. And those with the eyes to see are seeing these things. But you got to remember, this thing's going to happen on a global scale.
That's right.
See, and across the four corners of America. Imagine the power being out on these back roads.
And never coming back on.
Never heard. It's gonna be hunting season at night. You see, but only those with Yahweh Shema Shah on their side are gonna be protected.
I got one precept for you. Since you mentioned something like a nuclear war.
Oh yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. And garments rolled in blood.
Those were the ancient wars, the more conventional wars. You see the movie Gladiator, Troy. They show you how the ancient movie 300. Yep, how the ancient wars were fought. One army opposing another army. You see, but now with this new age technology, they show you in the movie, so you don't even have to send your soldier, your son to die in the battle. I'll send a drone.
That's right, bro.
Now these ruling societies, they don't even have to leave their country to conquer another. They can just push of a button. It's going to be the ICBM nuclear missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles.
That's right. It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
And but this, but being the contrary, to what the norm is, you see. This World War III, you see, it's going to be with burning and fuel of fire. It's going to be a war that, that's, the devastation and the destruction is going to be so great, Burning and fuel of fire, missiles being shot from one side of the earth, even onto the other. That's not a light thing.
That's right, brother.
You see, everyone, I looked up statistics. Everyone's pretty much saying that World War III, nuclear war, is inevitable.
That's right, brother.
You see, and that's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. You see?
And I got it right here for you. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second war was past.
Start at 12.
So 12 kind. Revelation chapter 11, verse 12.
13.
13? Kind. Revelation 11 and 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake.
Yeah, and that great earthquake is going to be caused, you see, by those missiles impacting this place. The whole earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. You see?
That's right. And the 10th part of the city fell.
And that 10th part of the city is talking about Babylon the Great here in America.
Right.
America is divided, into 10 FEMA regions. And the zip codes, the area codes, is from 0 to 9.
That's right.
The 10th part of the city.
That's right, brother. It says, in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000.
And 7,000 is a complete number. So there's going to be a complete number of bodies dropping, being burnt up by that fervent heat here in Babylon the Great.
That's right. It says, and the remnant were affrighted.
And if you're looking for an earthquake where 7,000 men are going to be slain, you're going to be looking for a long time, because this is, parable. This is an allegory. The Lord speaking in code, for those with the ears to hear. It said the remnant were affrighted.
That's
right. What? They're going to get beamed up. They weren't slain. The remnant were beamed up, and they were affrighted from, the Lord's power and destruction that He was bringing. Go ahead.
And then it says the righteous shall scarcely be saved.
Yep.
So when you get saved at the skin, at the hairs of your chin, of course you're going to be afraid, man. You seeing the power, you know what I'm saying, and the majestic energy, you know what I'm saying, coming from your house, you seeing, can't forget the chariots, they're going to be shooting laser beams, you know what I'm saying, and you're going to have the missiles coming simultaneously. You're going to be scared to death because we don't know who's going to be saved, you know what I'm saying? So it says that remnant, aka the elect, was afraid. You scared to death, man.
Yep, when that glory, that's why the scripture said the nations of earth are gonna wail, because the Lord is there's gonna be energy, all that power and energy that's gonna be in the air is just gonna make your flesh literally tremble.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm saying before we even see, Lord willing, we have that number to even make it to that day. Before you even see, Lord Yahweh Shai, the hairs on your arm are just gonna stand the hell up, man.
It's gonna be you're gonna be able to feel it in the
Yeah,
air.
the earth is gonna let you know that something's coming, man. That eerie feeling, man. When you just think about it, it's an eerie feeling coming, man. You know?
That's right, because the Lord, the Lord's coming from the east all the way to the west. You know?
It's gonna be scary, man. It says, slain of, and I'm gonna just read the whole thing again. 13, Revelation 11 and 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000.
Yep.
And the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the power of heaven.
Why? Because they were saved. You see, they were delivered. So they praise Yahweh Shema Shai, you know? And it starts with you praising the Lord now. You see,
That's
the Lord.
Right. You ran my mind on that.
Dealing with have friends, you know.
Right.
You know, scripture talk about there's a friend who's only a friend for an occasion. You see, or a friend is born in adversity. You see, so through adversities, in Yahweh Shema Shai and trusting us with His secrets, we are been tried in the fire to be His true friends. And you know, when it comes to you running into a burning building, you know, you got your best friend there, you know, lifetime friend, or you got a guy who you hate to the core, who you gonna save? You're gonna run in there, grab your best friend, and not look back. And that's what the Lord's gonna do for His elect. You see?
I got two quick precepts right quick.
Okay.
You just made a good point, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna wait till the chariots pull up, you know what I'm saying, and then you start calling on the name of the Lord. No, you're gonna do it now. And I got two precepts for you. This is Baruch chapter 3, Baruch chapter 2, and I started 30, and I'm gonna read down a couple of verses.
Sorry, 28?
28 kind.
Yeah.
Baruch chapter 2, verse 28. As thou spakest by the servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write thy law before the children of Israel. That's
right. So the Lord spoke by His prophet, His servant Moses, just like He's speaking through us in these times. And Moses, you know, gave us the law, statutes, commandments, and we are presenting, you know, what the Lord commands of us in these times.
That's right, bro. It says, to him, commanded him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, if ye would not hear my voice, surely this great multitude shall be turned into into a small number among the nations. That's right, and we obviously didn't hear the voice of Yahweh Shema Shai, but what do you think things are different now? If you don't want to hear the voice of Yahweh Shema Shai, which are His prophets, there's going to be a consequence that comes with it. There's going to be a punishment that comes with you not hearkening onto the words of Yahweh Shema Shai by way of His prophets. That's right. Where I scattered them, for I knew that they would not hear me. Because it is, and the phone had to chime in, right? For I knew, see, we speaking the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord is making things happen on the earth, man. Call on the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. Do it now, man. Do not play, man. For the Lord said, what? For I knew that they would not hear me. Because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. That's right. The elect are being woken up. You know, it tells you, you know, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. You know, from our mouth they have commanded, and the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is gathering His elect. You know, even though we were scattered, we're being gathered in the spirit. You know, that's right, brother. Baruch 4:37. You know, the sons of Yahweh Shema Shai come from the east, the west to hear the words of the Holy One. You see, so this word. The words of Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, being spoken by His prophets and the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, is gathering the elect. You see, right, we're remembering ourselves. You know, once you hear this word, you know, we went into what faith cometh by hearing. You become activated. That's right. You see, faith was created with the faithful in the womb. All they had to do was to hear the voice of the Lord, and they will be activated, and they will be moved. Of course, that message would be what? Gloom and doom, and they will move in fear, just like Noah. I love, we should remember ourselves, Yasha'Allah, princes of the power, not black, not African American, not Latino, not Native American, but Yasha'Allah, Prince of the power, man. The greatest people on the face of the earth. We starting to remember ourselves now, man. And look, and once you find out that you're the greatest people on the face of the earth, you're not gonna praise the power that actually created you. Are you serious? No, you're gonna praise him with all your heart, with all your soul, man. You know, and the scripture's gonna go into that. Verse 31, and shall know that I am the Lord, their power.
They should know. You know what? They feared the Lord, and they were given that knowledge, you know, Yahweh Shema Shai, what he's all about, what he requires. You see?
That's right. It says, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Meaning a mind, you know, he would wake us up from that dead state we're in and give us, you know, a mind of understanding, the ears to understand, to perceive what times we're in, you know, and to perceive, you know, what the scriptures is all talking about. You see, but he set up pastors to do this thing. You see, there's an order on how Yahweh Shema Shai is dealing in the earth. You know, you have the 144,000 who learned this song, and they're singing this song, you know, which is the 100% truth, you know, so that the believers, you know, may hear, you know, they may believe on the Lord.
Got a quick precept for you. This is St. John, right? We're going right on what you just said. St. John chapter 5, verse 25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of Yahweh, and they that hear shall live.
That's right. And now's the time, you know. The true worshipers of Yahweh Shema Shai are coming back and serving the Lord in all sincerity and in truth.
That's right, bro.
You know, the dead, you being spiritually dead. You hear the voice of the Lord, and you the Lord will raise you up. You know, you will stand upon your feet.
That's right.
You know, in great boldness against the face of such that have afflicted you. You see? Now the game is on. You know, now we're at the end game.
Right.
You see the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai, more believers. Why do you think Sleazy is tightening his grip? He sees a problem there. He sees an opposition that can stand against his plans. He's not all, you know, in cruise control, you know, with the seat back, you know, trying to push his agenda. No, he's, you know, in full gear. Just like, you know, the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai, we're in full gear. And eventually, we're going to collide, you see, but we have the Lord on our side.
Oh, you know, I'm going to jump up, bro, and I'm going to jump right back down. Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life, which is this word, 3 days and a half, 350 years, from 1620 to 1970, you know what I'm saying, when it was dead.
Yep.
It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life, which going right back down St. John 6:63, is a spirit that quickeneth the flesh profiteth nothing.
That's right.
The words that I speaking to you, they are spirit, they are life. So this word, you know what I'm saying, the Rakakwadash, entered into us, man. We start to live again. And listen what's going to happen. And the spirit of life from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, entered into them. And they stood upon their feet, going right back to what you just said.
Yeah, if I may chime
in on
that. Because the Lord requires us to stand. You see the movie Leonardus with 300. You know, you had the hunchback. Well, in order for him to join his army, he required him he stand and to raise his shield.
That's right.
You know, but what when he went to Xerxes, the enemy, he required that he bow. You see, and you know when spiritual demon Satan went to go tempt Yahushai, when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went to go tempt, when they were tried, you know, in the fiery furnace, what was their request for them to bow down?
Right.
You see, but the Lord requires us to stand up, to have a standard about ourselves, and to stand up for righteousness while the rest of the world is bowing down.
That's right.
You had another clip, the movie 300, The Avengers, you know, Loki appeared, you know, he told everyone to kneel, and you had one old man, he stood up amongst the midst. So we the only ones standing up, so we stand out. You see? Right. So the Edomites, the elites, they know who their true enemy is.
It says, when they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Yeah, because we the only, you know, Yahweh Shema Shai is a real threat to their plan. You see? Us standing upon our feet in boldness, because if the Lord be with us, who can be against us?
Right.
You see? And they understand that. They know the history on how the Lord took down many kingdoms, you know, conquering nations, if the Lord was on our side. Yeah,
land back and right what you just said. The Lord is with us, then who can be against us, man? And I got one more precept, and I'm gonna go right back to that Baruch and finish that off.
Okay.
This is cause we just going into some prophecies. Look, man, look, the Lord word is it's not going out void, man. It's accomplishes that which He pleased, man. Every time we say something happen, man. Now you just had a 8.1 earthquake off the coast of New Zealand, man. 8.1, man. And the Lord been having me say more and more frequently. It's gonna be 8.1. It's gonna be 9.8. It's gonna be 10 point something, man. The Lord is gonna shake around and roll this place, man. He said the whole earth is gonna fear Him soon to come. You know, sooner or later.
That's right.
This is Psalm chapter 96. I'm gonna read 3 verses. I'm gonna start at 4. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods.
That's right. So we ought to fear the Lord and to serve Him because He's greater than these other gods.
That's right.
When Moses was telling Jethro, his father-in-law, about the story, you know, he said, "For now I know that Yahweh Shema Shai is greater than all of these idols." Even though Esau tries to puff himself up, well, he's going to be brought down low.
That's right, brother.
You see?
Pride go up before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. It says, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heaven.
You look at the word idols, it deals with false gods. You see? Meaning they're insignificant. You see? They're not real. They're fake. You know? They're a wood and stone. The work of man's hands. These things hold no real significance in the earth. The Lord made the heavens. So everything you see. So who are you going to fear? You got it.
It says, jumping down to verse 8, Psalms chapter 96, verse 8, give unto the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the glory due unto His name.
And that's right. The scriptures talk about what the elect shall praise His holy name.
That's right.
You know, and we can never exalt the name of the Lord enough, but we, you know, it said the glory due. So we give that glory to the best of our abilities by doing videos, praying to Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, exalting the names of the Lord as much as we can. You see?
Because in Baruch it says, in our land of our captivity, we shall remember ourselves. So you remember that you, the Hebrew Israelites, what comes with that is remembering your power, who created you, you know? So it's past due. It's past due, us glorifying Yahweh Bashim. We're not going to get the names and then hide the names and say we don't got the names. No, destruction is coming, man. It says the elect, you know what I'm saying, that small remnant was frightened, man. You know? So you know they was most definitely calling on their power, man. When you're scared like that, you call for help, man. All right?
And dealing with, you know, scripture talk about He's going to deliver us for His name's sake.
Right.
You know, because behind every name is a rank, you know, a rep behind every name.
That's right, a reputation.
A reputation, bro. You know, so the Lord gave us His name, so we have to be a part of that praising the Lord's name as us being righteous, you know, us casting off the works of darkness, you know, because we are the Lord's chosen people, you see?
I must be allowed to get this one for you right quick. This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. It says, the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is a strong tower.
That's right. And, you know, you watch these warlike movies, you know, a strong tower, you know, being that a stronghold, you know, it's not easily penetrated. You know, it's damn near stopping the force.
That's right, brother.
You know, so the name of the Lord being a strong tower, go ahead.
The righteous run into it and is safe.
The righteous, you see, only the righteous are allowed into that strong tower and to be calling upon the names of Yahweh Shai. So you have to, you know, first of all, have faith, you know, and being showing forth works of righteousness. You see, and that will qualify you to call upon the name of the Lord and for you to be safe.
That's right.
You see?
Because, the name of the Lord is dreadful to the heathens. 2/3 are considered heathen, they're considered dead. And our power is the power of the living, not the dead. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Exactly. He's only the power of those with this breath, you see, who are spiritually alive. You got it.
So I'm going to go right back to Baruch and finish that off. Baruch chapter 2, verse, I read 31 again. And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. It says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
That's right. That's you know, dealing with reincarnation as well. You know, because we will come back. He was telling them, you know, if you forsake it, then you're gonna eventually come back.
Right.
And we'll wake you up.
That's right.
You see, in the land of their captivity, you know, wherever we're scattered, you know, got brothers in London, basically, if you were an Israelite man, upon the earth today, you're in captivity.
Right.
Because Esau has his grip across the four corners of the earth.
That's right. And we still serve these other nations too.
Yeah.
Because they up on the sleazy, you know what I'm saying? So wherever you at, you're in captivity. We are yet this day in our captivity. You can't get around that.
The elites.
No matter what type of status you got on the earth, you in captivity. You know what I'm saying?
You got the Rothschilds showing off vaults of gold.
Yeah.
Where's these China? What they got? Japan? What they got? Bamboo?
Yeah.
Or pandas? You know what I mean? Like, come on, who got all the wealth and money and resources? It's these elites, the wicked elites of the Edomites.
That's right. It says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
And that's what the sincere Akim are doing. A few sincere sisters who are listening. We're thinking upon the names of the Lord and the requirements that come upon, you following the Lord. You see?
And I'm going to go back and finish that Revelation off. Revelation chapter 11. We already read 13, so I'm going to just go straight to the point. 14.
Yep.
The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
That's right. The second woe, being World War II, we know World War I and World War II have both passed. You see, that's easily documented. And the third will cometh quickly, and the Lord said that He's coming quickly as well, because He's going to come simultaneously as the height. The climax of the war is going on.
That's right, bro.
Missiles are going to be shot off.
That's right.
And we got to believe this. You got to believe, that war is going to happen. Our enemies are going to be brought down. You see?
I got a precept for what you just said. This is St. Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth.
So that's the will of the Lord, for fire to come up and consume this place. You see? You got it.
And what will I if it be already kindled?
Yep, and you look up what will I, in the dealing with how the Lord wishes that it was already on fire.
Right.
You see, because the Lord, vengeance burneth in His heart. You see, the Lord wants, believe it or not, Yahweh B'Shem Shai wants, the kingdom of heaven to be established more than us.
That's right.
It's just the truth.
That's right, bro.
The Lord, Lord Yahweh Shai, He's ready to, He's already got His glory in the heavens. And that's why we can call upon the name of the Lord, and these demons come off of us as well. Because the Lord has dominion over them.
That's right, bro.
That's how powerful the names of Yahweh B'Shem Shai really are.
And then the Lord said, this place is already going to be on fire, man, when He comes. So like you mentioned, in the height of, the battle and all that, shit going to be burning down, people going to be earthquakes, people going to be hollering, all that shit, screaming, hollering, getting killed left and right, man. Sleazy going to be doing this thing. And say, no, Lord, your house shall going to come out of the clouds, man. With the chariots, man, with the multitude of angels, man. Thousands upon thousands of angels, man. And His glory, man. So He's going to take vengeance, for what happened to that small remnant, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, this thing is serious, man. We believe in this thing, man. And I got some, because we went into like World War II and World War III. So I'm going to read a little bit of this Matthew. Because all these things must come to pass.
Yeah.
Going into prophecy, right? St. Matthew chapter 24. And I started, yeah. Okay. It says, and as He sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto Him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be?
Okay.
And what shall be the sign of Thy coming? And of the end of the world?
And that's what we are asking? That's why we're hasting unto the coming of the day of the Lord. Ezra asked, when are these things going to be?
That's right, bro.
You see, when Yahweh Shai came back, when he was crucified and He was risen from the dead. You see, He asked them, without at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel. Because that's the main question. Jacob was given an inheritance, you see, for nations to bow down and to serve them. So our forefathers always asked, well, when are we going to receive this inheritance?
That's right.
It took time. You see, it was a process. Now we're finally at the end of that process.
That's right.
After thousands of years.
And you can feel it too, man. Why? Because the Lord said, Lord is getting ready to go into all the things going to take. Look, and then you go right back to second answer to the 9th chapter. You know what I'm saying? The uproars of the people and all that is happening. Everything is being set up, man. You know what I'm saying? All the key players are being set up, man. You got these different nations going over there to the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? Gathering up for the great battle, man.
I know, right?
It's getting ready to go down, man. And what we read knowing though, it says, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Because many deceivers have come out into the world, you know, saying that this thing is an Israelite party,
right.
You know, that we don't have to take things seriously,
right?
You know, well, Scripture talk about being in the house of mourning, not in the house of feasting,
right? Someone you can have sex on the Sabbath. You know, someone you can do your woman in the butt.
Yeah.
Someone you can take Maxine and all that other nonsense. There's many deceivers out here, man. Especially among the circumcision, man. You know, people that know they Hebrew Israelites, man, they're the most deceptive, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're actually going into the scriptures, mangling it and butchering it, of course. But they get wolves in sheep's clothing, bro.
That's why John said, who have warned you to flee from the wrath to come? Bring forth, therefore, fruits, meet for repentance. You know? That's
right. It says, for many shall come on my name, saying I am the anointed, and shall deceive many.
Man, we got the truth over here.
Right.
You know, to a point where you got guys saying that they are Yahweh Shai.
Right.
You know, I'm surprised they didn't call himself Jesus Christ.
Right,
Name,
right.
you know?
JC, right, bro? Right.
But yeah, saying we got the truth. Well, a man maybe know what from the words, from their actions. You see, what do they do? Scripture talk about believe the very works. You know, who's putting in the work?
That's right.
You know, who's doing videos? Who's making their bodies as a living sacrifice? Who's praising the true, holy, and powerful names of the Lord? Who's doing all these things? Who's saying that gloom and doom has come and since the last, you know, things have only gradually gotten worse?
It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Yeah, when during this DJ Trump's, you know, during his, you know, presidency, we heard a lot of rumors of wars, you know, things about North Korea, of China. You know, now we're hearing of real wars. You see, World War III is really on the rise.
That's
right. You know, it's being flooded by, you know, CV-19, you know, all of this, you know, propaganda in the news. But
in the news.
That's really on the rise. You know, these nations are being fed up with Babylon the Great.
Yeah, because a rumor meaning you talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I want to do this to that country. I want to do this to that country. Well, we got this type of weapon. We want to use this, things of that nature, man. Just like any fight. Some fights, you know what I'm saying, you might get sucker punched or whatever, but most fights starts off with just talking. You know what I'm saying? So you got talks of wars, aka a rumor, and then like the bro said, you know what I'm saying, you actually got wars popping off. As we speak right now, you got wars popping off, man. You know?
Everyone's seeing the big bad bully is finally vulnerable.
That's right.
So, hey, the sharks smell blood in the water.
That's right. That's right. It says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
That's right. So, you know, with these prophecies coming to pass, we're cool, calm, we're cool as a cucumber.
That's
you
right,
know,
bro.
we got a cool head of ourselves. We understand that things are only going to get worse, you know, and no time to bug out. You
That's
know,
right.
like the other Apostle Har likes to say, you know, you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
That's right.
You know, so we're staying ready for the coming of our Lord.
Well, a wonderful point, bro. While all these things are happening, wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, famines, uprising of the people, Maxine, so planes crashes, everything that's going on, what are we still doing? Prophesying. You know, the whole world is bugging the hell out right about that, man. Trying to fight for normalcy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fight tooth and nail to make everything get back to being normal. But what are we doing? Jeremiah 28:8, man. All right? Prophesying, man. All right?
That's right.
It says, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
So you're gonna have, you know, people fighting amongst themselves all the way into the wars.
That's right.
Chaos is gonna be breaking off everywhere. You see?
Class wars, civil wars, race wars, relationship wars. It's going down. The Lord said, I come to set a man at variance. Well, he said, I came not to bring people together, but division. He said it in one and then he came right back and said later down in that chapter, I came to set a man at variance against his father, and a father-in-law against a son-in-law, all that, man, the mother against a daughter-in-law, man, all hell breaking loose, man. And the only people that's going to keep tight, knitted, and fitted is the elect of the nation of Israel, a small remnant, because we already know what to do. The Lord said, you're going to know who my disciples are by the love that they show for each other, man. These other groups hate each other, man. They be disrespecting each other on camera. You know what I'm saying? We just calling them out their names. You see what he said? They be treating his people on camera, bro. Not even behind the scene, on camera. We call them like dumbasses and shit like that right there. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I'm at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You at the grocery store?
Right, see?
Start cussing people out.
Right, see?
You know? No sense of honor.
Yep, no integrity, nothing, man. No morals, no nothing. But the Lord said all these things are going to happen, man. Because the Lord got to show you who he's dealing with, and he's got to show you who he's not dealing with, man.
Every movie has a bad guy.
Right.
You know? And the traitors.
That's right. So the Lord said, no, saying, be circumspect. Don't be walking around like a bunch of fools. Be wise. Be circumspect. Look at things for what they are. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yep, it says, see then you walk circumspectly.
Right.
When you're walking, you know, I mean, don't be asleep. You
right.
know? We gotta be looking around danger.
That's right.
Perilous times is ahead.
That's right. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence.
Yep. And now you get done with the famine, you know, you have the Ice Age farmer, you know, brothers could, you know, learn a lot from that brother.
Right.
From that guy, you know. But brothers put me on to him, you know. You know, you had over 1 million chickens get burned up in fires.
Right.
You know, and if you see, we all know who this war is really against, you know, the righteous against the wicked. You see, so chicken being a lawful food to eat.
Right.
You see, you don't see pig farms getting burned up.
Right.
You know, if there's only pig in Babylon to eat, you know the true believers of Yahweh Shema Shai are not going to be eating those things.
That's right.
You see, but there's going to be a famine in the land. You see, no food on the grocery stores. Trucker strikes.
That's right.
You see?
And pestilences.
Pestilence, different diseases. You know, and these waves of people dying in the streets, there's going to be a disease where it's going to be spreading faster.
That's right.
You know, things are really going to get bad out here. You know, people are already sick.
Yeah.
Only reason why people really aren't dropping dead is because, you know, from the food, because the Lord wants to keep them alive. He's preserving them.
That's
so
right.
Once the Lord starts, tightening His grip upon the planet Earth, you know, squeezing these people anymore, pestilence, diseases are going to spread rapid.
That's right. You're gonna be seeing people, I know what I'm saying, skin fucking deteriorating and all that. Remember that
leopards?
Not the leopard, but that other disease, that flesh-eating disease.
Ebola.
That bacteria flesh-eating disease.
Ebola. Yeah, I believe
that's what it was.
I believe it's Ebola. You know.
I think Ebola was one of them, but it was another one, that flesh-eating bacteria disease. It was just eating people while they were walking. Like, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have shoulder, you know what I'm saying, shit, it was just eating them, man. Alive, you know what I'm saying, while they was like walking to the grocery store or at work or something, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's putting plagues out here. It's gonna be worse than the ancient Egypt here, man.
And you also gotta worry about these spirits. You know, the left-hand side tormenting these people.
Yeah. Especially
when the lights go off. You see, in that pitch black darkness, those spirits are gonna be running rampant.
Right. Scaring people to death, man. It says people was dying of fear during ancient Egypt, man. It was so dark, man. You feel something like right there by your ear, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, hair, your ears standing up and all that, man. Scared to death, man.
You got the movie The Sixth Sense.
Right.
Cold wind gonna blow in. And like.
Yeah, like.
You know.
Eyes get all big.
They can hear screaming from the house next door.
Right.
Oh, is there somebody there?
That's right.
It's a spirit, you know.
Right.
Coming to torture them.
Oh yeah, the spirits created with vengeance. Watch out, man. Prophecy, it says in earthquakes in diverse places.
You know, diverse meaning in different places.
Right.
You know, different than the norm.
That's right.
You see, different earthquakes. You got it.
Yeah, I got the earthquake app. Today alone, 174 earthquakes today.
Yeah, and you know, really, you know, it's probably more than that.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't count the smaller earthquakes like the 1.0s.
Yeah.
You know, they won't count those. You know.
They'll count something probably like 2.5 or 5 or 4. You know what I'm saying?
But earthquakes happen rapidly. You know, I looked up 500 earthquakes in one day.
Right.
You know, because earthquakes are just really running rampant.
Yeah.
You know, that's a sign of the time. And they have gradually increased over, you know, the last 10, 20 years.
That's right.
You know, of size, you know, power, you know,
magnitude.
Magnitude, thought, bro. You know, all the way to the volume, the number.
Yep. It says this month alone, the day is only the 5th. The 5th, right? Yeah, the day is the 5th.
Yeah.
Look, 1,136 earthquakes today alone.
That's right.
This month.
Yeah, so within 5 days, over 1,000 earthquakes. You see, but earthquakes.
We know it's more than that too.
Yeah, earthquakes aren't really talked about on the news. What's just propaganda. Psyop after psyop.
Right.
You see, things to control the minds of the people. But you got to. That's why the Lord said His true watchmen to warn you.
Oh yeah, it was 6.2 earthquake in Kermeridic Island region. If I'm saying that word right.
Yeah.
One in Connecticut today. It was you can't forget that 8.0 in New Zealand. On the 4th.
That's right.
Yesterday, right? Yesterday, bro. It was an 8.1 yesterday. Look, a 7.1. In Japan.
And the problem is, with people in Babylon, it hasn't affected them yet. So that's why they're not turning back. They're not repenting.
Right.
Here it is in California. The lights can be out. No food on the shelves, grocery. We've seen that with Texas.
Right.
But here in North Carolina, things to be normal. So what? People are still marrying and giving into marriage.
Right.
Just like the days of Noah.
That's right, bro. And look, these are major earthquakes right here. Look, a 7.1 in Japan, an 8.1 in New Zealand, a 6.3 in Greece, a 6.4 in Argentina, a 7.3 in New Zealand again, a 7.4 in New Zealand again. All those are major earthquakes, man. Them seven and all up, man. And look, and like you said, and we can't forget the small ones like the 1.2, the 2.4, things of that nature. It's still making things happen, man.
Yep. And dealing with the earthquakes in Japan, what are those going to cause? Tidal waves.
Right.
Tsunamis. So, hey, it's only going to get worse.
It's only going to get worse. We'll probably get a couple more and then we'll wrap it up. I'm gonna go to second Ezra. Let me know if you want me to get some.
What were we just reading?
I was just reading Matthew 24. Oh, did you want me to jump down?
Yeah.
21 and 20.
Jump down to 32.
Okay.
Because we're coming. We gotta be watching for the signs, the prophecies of Yahweh Shemel Shai.
That's right. This is St. Matthew chapter 24. I'm gonna read 21, 22, and then jump.
Okay, yeah.
This is St. Matthew 24. Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation.
It's a great tribulation. It talks about how in the last days, those who walked in great pride will great tribulation and sorrow is going to come upon them. You see, all because the rebellion, them being in the spirit of rebellion against Yahweh Shemel Shai. Even with these women, we all know what the number 6 is, well, you have the women, they are on that vibration of, I want a 6-figure man with a 6-figure job. He has to have at least a 6-pack, 6 feet.
Right.
And so forth and so on. The 6, they're under the vibration of the spiritual demon, of the Edomites.
Right.
They're under their vibration, a wicked vibration.
That's right.
And it has compassed the whole earth.
Oh yeah, up in the column right here it says signs of the end. You know what I'm saying? Signs of the end. So what we're going into is pretty much what's happening at the end of this age, right?
That's right.
It says, for then, would you finish speaking?
Yeah, sign. Dealing with a sign,
right.
You're driving, upon the road, you see a stop sign. Well, that's a sign telling you that you gotta stop.
That's right.
You continue on, you're gonna get hurt.
Right.
So you gotta be paying attention to the signs.
That's right.
You're gonna be caught up out there.
It says, you gotta have a spirit of discernment. You see something, it is what it is. You see a duck, oh yeah, that's a duck. I'm not gonna say it's a frog. You know what I'm saying? No, man. You see a dangerous sign or a danger sign, oh yeah, that's a danger sign. That means caution. That means danger. Something's old out there. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. It ain't peaceful over there. We'll say danger.
Beware of the dog.
Right.
Just keep on lolling, gagging.
Right.
That's why people are doing it.
It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
That's right. So you parallel history. The thing that happened. A couple of weeks ago in Texas, power out. Power with. Hey. Yeah. The time that's coming is going to be worse than that.
That's right.
People are going to be when Texas really gets bad. They're going to be reminiscing. Oh, remember when things when we only had to deal with a lost power. They ain't got to worry about people breaking in your houses.
That's right.
Tanks rolling down your streets.
Shit, and the animals, the beasts of the field. You got to worry about everything. It's gonna come a day where the lights are not gonna come back on, man. That's why the Lord says, seek me now while I may be found. Get His word, because the knowledge, wisdom. See, you want to know why them people was bugging the hell out? Well, you know already, but I'm just saying a question, throwing a question out there. The reason why the majority of those Texans or those people right there in the Midwest was bugging the hell out, because they don't got the word, man. Every brother that was out there in Louisiana, Texas, you know what I'm saying, Arkansas, and all those Midwest states, it was really catching hell. All the brothers were stable. Why? Because Isaiah 33:6, man. That's the first scripture that popped in their head. Yeah, we're going through hell. I'm being tried right about now. But I got the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the scripture, and that's what's keeping me stable. Everybody else was bugging the hell out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because this talks about, then shall be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Well, if the elect are already gold, this process of us going through the fire is only going to purify us and even more.
That's right.
Make us more perfect.
That's right, bro.
They're going to endure, just as they're going to endure what? Until the end, it's going to lead to their salvation. And that's the type of faith you have to have. That's right. No matter what you go through, the Lord is going to be with you.
And look, faith started increasing, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you have Hashem, look, you know what I'm saying? It always happened like that, man. You have Hashem try to take you through something. Next thing you know, He builds up your faith while you're going through whatever you got to go through. Next thing you know, once you come out on top out of that situation, your faith is extra strong. You know what I'm saying? And your belief and faith in Yahweh Hashem is extra strong, man. You're like, yo, the Lord just brought me through that. Yo, bring on the next test. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bring on the next phase, man. That's how we looking at things, man.
I feel like we have to go through these things to build us up.
Right.
See, we don't ever go through anything, and then something bad happens. Doubt's going to come in.
Right.
You're going to think the Lord's not with you.
That's right. But like you said, like you was going into, once you start going through those different situations, the Lord was with me in that situation. Oh yeah, that came up, and the Lord was with me in that situation. Oh man, I can't forget. Remember that happened? Man, the Lord was with me. Then all of a sudden, here comes something else. Oh yeah, I know that if the Lord's with me, then He's with me now. Look, I've been doing everything He commanded me to do to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? I've been praying. You know what I'm saying? I've been fasting. I've been repenting. I've been signing and crying. I've been getting my videos. I've been hitting the highways and byways. The Lord said, those that fear me, you know what I'm saying, shall not want anything, man. It says, blessed are all those that fear Yahweh, you know. So no matter if we get caught dead in the middle of these different calamities and situations, we know the Lord got the power to bring us out of it, man, you know.
That's right.
It says, and except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved.
That's right. So the Lord shortened the days now. We're not going to have no long 7-year, tribulation.
Right.
See, things are going to move quick. Things are going to get worse fast, and the kingdom's going to come even quicker.
Right.
You see, because the Lord's judgment is going to be, the Lord's wrath is going to be being brought forth.
Right. So He coming quickly. He's going to be swift. You know what I'm saying? He coming to kick ass. Look, but it's going to seem like a long time, though. You know what I'm saying? A day going to seem like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start catching the hell. It says, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be short.
That's right. So for His elect's sake, for them, He's going to shorten the days. He's going to send His Son back, and deliver us from those trying times.
Lord willing, we have that number. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Lord's willing.
Hey, look, the Lord said, the name, what is it? I'm gonna just get it right quick, Acts, and I come right back. This is Acts chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? These faith builders, man, it says, reprove, correct, exhort with all long suffering. Acts chapter 2, verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim shall be saved.
That's right. And whosoever is talking about really the elect of Yahweh Bashim.
That's right.
Those that believe.
That's right.
We were going into earlier. You have to be righteous. You have to show forth righteous works. Faith being part of those works. In order to call upon His name.
That's
who
right.
then shall they call upon whom they have not believed? How are you going to call upon the Lord when you really don't believe in Him?
That's right. It says, look, ye men of Israel, hear these words.
That's right.
Yahweh of Nazareth, a man approved of the Most High Yahweh among you by miracles and wonders and signs.
That's right. So Lord,
that's what we get ready to go into, right? The signs, right? You just mentioned signs, right? You know what I'm saying? The Lord's showing us signs right about now, man. The Lord's showing us miracles right about now. The Lord's getting ready to get busy. The Lord's getting ready to pull out all stops, man. You know what I'm saying? He's getting ready to show off for the elect of the nation of Israel, that small remnant, man.
That's right.
It says, by miracles and wonders and signs, which Yahweh did by Him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know.
Yep. Even though they saw the signs, they still didn't believe.
Right.
You see? And now the greatest sign is us being out there preaching this word. And they still don't believe.
That's right.
And they're going to be destroyed.
So I'm going to go right back, St. Matthew 24 and 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree.
Go ahead.
When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves.
So when you see, the fig tree, it starts putting forth leaves. Go ahead.
It says, let me see where I'm at. And putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh.
From the signs, from you looking at it, you looking at the fig tree, you understand, summer is nigh.
That's right.
Just like this, we know that Yahweh Shai, us watching the prophecies, but we know the harvest is nigh when the Lord is going to come, send his holy angels to deliver us.
That's right.
We've seen the earthquakes of the people. We've seen these things and we understand because we've been given the eyesight to see these things.
It says, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
So when you start seeing these things come to pass, the great awakening, that tells you that things are going to happen quick. You see, the Lord's telling you, look, this generation, this is the generation. Once you see my words start coming to pass, the elect stand upon their feet, them prophesying, them in their captivity. You see, this is going to be a generation. So in our lifetime, the Lord, because we're that generation coming back in reincarnation.
That's right.
The Lord will deliver us.
That's right. You want 35?
Jump down 36.
36, It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man.
But that day and hour knoweth no man. Dealing with what? You have to be watching. If you don't know when a thief is about to come and break into your house, and you don't know the date,
right?
You've been warned. Thief is gonna come. He's gonna take everything you got. Well, you gotta be watching.
That's right, brother.
You gotta be paying attention.
Right.
That's what the believers are doing.
Let us not sleep as others do.
But let's watch and be sober. Can't be upon your watch at night. Getting all sauced up. You gotta fall back to sleep.
That's right.
So you don't want to be diving. Into too many distractions that are going to distract you from what the goal is, which is salvation.
That's right. It says, focus. Stay focused.
Yeah.
It says, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
But we were given those signs to see. Go ahead.
But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
We know in the days of Noah, there were scoffers.
Right.
There was non-believers. There was people who were still trying to forward their life.
That's right.
You see, same thing in these times. You ask the average heathen, or average your third jig, they're going to be talking about, I can't wait for it, this whole thing to clear back up. I got plans to go to the Bahamas. I got plans to, take a trip to the beach. Not knowing that destruction is on the horizon.
That's right, brother. It says, what was I at? Oh yeah, verse 37 again. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
So before the flood, before destruction came, they were chilling.
Right.
Same thing these Babylonians are doing. Same thing Jake is doing.
That's right.
Chilling.
Chilling.
Not caring the world. Go ahead.
But if they only knew.
If they only knew, they just went over the hill. They seen there's plagues coming.
That's right.
See more destruction.
It says they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Yep.
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
And to know, knew not. I mean, they didn't perceive. They didn't understand what Noah was talking about until that flood came. But then till they know that a prophet had been among them, and it's gonna be too late. They're gonna be destroyed. Judgment is gonna come. But we don't want to be cut off like those 2/3 are gonna be.
That's right. And took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, that's the key point. He took them all away. Scriptures talk about when these missiles come, that none is going to escape.
That's right.
It's going to be a buildup. Things, happen gradually upon the earth, you see? And the Lord is, building up, to that destruction by bringing famine, by bringing, civil unrest, by bringing these people down upon their knees.
That's right. This is on Isaiah 42:9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare.
The former things being the former prophecies, and
Right.
new things, the chip, that being a new thing.
That's right.
Which the MOB, you see, which a majority of our people, they don't get it. How we see it's clear as day.
Right.
Here it is. You had the debit card. First you had cash.
Right.
Then you had the debit card. Then they put the chip reader in. Which everyone complained about. You see. Then after the chip reader, you had after the chip reader, what? You had the tap. See. Now you can pay on your phone. All the way to Esau Edom, he wants to put a chip inside of you. And all roads are going to lead to this chip.
That's right. And like you made a good point, these things are plain to us. I got this quick precept. This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
That's right. They're plain, they're clear, they're easy to understand. But to the wicked, they're tripping over, they're stumbling, they're falling. You see?
It's June. Ain't no microchip. You know what I'm saying? All this other nonsense, right? Okay.
I know, right, bro?
Okay.
Too many microchips now.
Right. Chips every damn way. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You got it.
So I go right back. Isaiah 42:9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
And that's the point. That's the duty of a prophet. Before these things spring forth, come to pass, Yahweh Shemashai will send his men to tell you of these things, But this message is only for the elect, you see. Scripture talk about the Lord's not slack concerning his promise, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish.
Right.
Boy, talking about the elect, not that they should perish, but that they should come to repentance.
That's right, brother. I got one more precept. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. I'll read 17. I'll read a couple verses through that and then we'll wrap it up. Unless you got anything else. It says, woe is me, verse 17. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me. Woe is me. Who would deliver me in those days?
And this is Ezra's, a righteous man, and we know, I believe it was chapter 8, the Yahweh Shemashai, the angel Uriel, his messenger, told him that he was part of the elect, that paradise was open for you, and rest would be allowed. You see, but in these times, he's seen the vision of the end. He's seen how bad things are going to be getting. You see, he's seen the destruction. He's trembling.
That's right.
Just as we read in Revelation, that's how bad things are going to get. That's why the Lord's going to have to give us more of his spirit.
Right.
Our faith is going to have to be increased. Our faith being increased, that's going to lead to what? That spiritual power.
That's right.
If you have grain, faith as a grain of a mustard seed, which when you deal with, the mustard seed is a small seed, but it grows, it flourishes,
I got some.
Come.
Let's see. Speak for a minute, bro.
So it said, woe is me. Woe, he goes into death and destruction, great sorrow. So Ezra's, he's nervous about these times, you see?
This is on 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 34. But judgment only shall remain. Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong.
You got it.
So I love judgment. You see, Yahweh Shemashai is bringing forth judgment every day, right? He says every day he brings forth judgment. So we're seeing the judgment of Yahweh Shemashai. We're speaking the truth. Look, he said judgment is going to continue to happen. It says judgment shall remain. It says truth shall stand. So the lies are being torn down with this truth, man. Okay? The truth is what's setting our people free. The truth shall stand, not lies. Oh yeah, it says lying lips is but for a moment, but they that speak the truth shall remain forever. Something to that effect, just roughly paraphrasing. And it says and faith shall wax strong. Going right into what you just said. It's going to take more and more faith to overcome the things that's coming, man. Yahweh Shemashai is going to have to increase our faith, man. With all the things that we're getting ready to see. Oh yeah, that's why the Lord say, when I come, shall I find faith on the earth?
That's right.
Because a whole lot of people gonna lose faith, man. They're gonna lose hope. Because that's what faith goes back to. It goes back to hope. They're gonna lose faith and hope in Yahweh by Shema Shai. Because they ain't got the patience, man. You know, which goes back to suffering. They tired of suffering, so they're like, yo, the hell with it. Then we're gonna take the MOB, so I can have something to eat. I got my babies, I got my wife. It's getting on my damn nerves. Then we take the MOB because they done lost faith in Yahweh by Shema Shai. One more thing they had to do is just wait, you know.
They're not rooted and grounded in Yahweh Shai.
Right.
You see, we're rooted. You know.
That's right.
Yeah.
And those roots are going more and more down into the ground. Yeah, it's growing deep. You know what I'm saying?
And they hard to pluck up.
Right.
You know?
That's right, brother.
Scriptures talk about how you can't pluck them out of the Father's hands.
That's right.
You see?
So read on 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
So he's seeing the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. You see? These evictions people are going through, you know, really to a point where this thing is just going to collapse.
That's right,
you
bro.
You know, they're going to bring in their cryptocurrency, that this thing is the only thing reliable.
Right.
You know, it's clean. You don't got to worry about type of infection.
Yeah, and all
things like that.
Yeah.
Everything this man is doing, through the Spirit of the Lord, of course, the Lord's, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, is moving for him to justify this ship. And a lot of people aren't going to be with it. They're seeing that they're going to have friction. They're not with the jab.
Right.
So they
nobody ain't trying to get punched to death, you know what I'm saying, bro?
They're not with it, so they see it through this trial and error that there's going to be friction. They're going to have to come down with that sword.
That's right. You're going to have to be forced into it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like Meshach, Abednego, and Shadrach, they was forced into the fiery furnace for not complying with the law of the land at that time.
Yeah.
That's when your faith got to be up there, man. Your faith, look, remember, faith can move mountains, man.
That's right.
So reading on, it says the beginning of famines and great death.
So that's what's coming. It's only going to increase. It said famines and great death. So you had we all seen that video of the balcony collapsing.
Oh yeah.
Eventually buildings are just gonna collapse. You've had sinkholes opening up on parking garages.
Right. People's houses just falling in it. I remember a sinkhole opened up a couple of years ago, and one dude, was in his bed. The bed and the dude went down there, and they couldn't find him. They was like, it's too dangerous to try to go down there and dig for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right up under the dude's bed, sinkhole just opened up, and he was gone forever, man.
Yeah, buildings.
Great death. Yeah, man.
Lord just gonna start swallowing up buildings.
That's right.
That's that great death. Different tsunamis.
Right. Oh yeah, once again, class wars, civil wars, race wars, relationship wars. People gonna be dying during that. It's gonna get real chaotic out here. That's why turn back to the Lord now, man.
Yep. Scripture talk about the slain of the Lord
shall be
that day. Shall be from one end of the earth, even on to the other.
Jeremiah
25 and 30.
Yep, that's it. It says the beginning of wars. And the powers shall stand in fear.
Even these elites gonna be in fear, because they think they got everything in control.
Right.
The Lord, He's gonna start thinking, I didn't do that.
Right.
We didn't use our heart machine for this.
They're gonna be calling each other. Did you make that move? Nah, it won't me. Well, let me call him. Did you make that move? Nah, I ain't do it. What about you? Nah, I ain't do it. Well, who the hell did it?
Yep. I didn't put this. I didn't.
Right.
I didn't do this.
I didn't send that plague out this time. You know what I'm saying? What the hell happened? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It says, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
And what we're gonna do? We're gonna call upon the name of the Lord.
That's right.
See? And then the Lord's going to increase our faith. Brother's gonna be put on a level, even more.
That's right, bro.
You see? And through adversity, we're gonna get built up. Hey, that's just reality thing. That's why, we're planting that seed now. We are being grounded now.
That's right.
So that
bro.
way, when the wind, the wind blew.
Yeah.
He was founded upon that rock.
Right.
You had the three pigs.
Right. Yeah.
The hay, the straw. They was trying to be quick. The dude built his house on the brick. He was chilling.
That's right.
He took the time.
Right.
While the other ones was having fun. Living it up. We were taking the time.
Eating marshmallows, you know what I'm saying? Roasting it in front of the fire and all that. While the pig, you know what I'm saying, with the brick, you know what I'm saying, was steady building. He didn't get comfortable, you know what I'm saying, until his house was built upon rock, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. And when that enemy came, he was chilling.
Chilling.
He was like, man, I ain't even worried.
That's right.
You know, he's not gonna be able to blow this house down.
That's right.
You know?
And that's the same spirit we coming in, man. We got so much faith in Yahweh, but we know our power can deliver us and protect us from anything, man. That's the fear and the belief that we got in Yahweh, but we be of that number, starting off with the head apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, man, the men on down. And the camps affiliated, you know what I'm saying, with us, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Hey, you got any closing statements, bro?
No, that's pretty much it.
Hey, just look, going into prophecy, man, Lord willing, the elect is edified.
That's
You
right.
close out.
Once again, like Lord's willing, you sincere brothers and you sincere sisters that are listening and learning, you are edified. You know, 'cause that's
Right.
what we do this these lessons for, to build up and to edify the elect of Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's right.
And with that, we're gonna close out, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
The honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for showing us, for teaching us 100% truth according to the Bible well, and peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Next time we say, Shalom.
Shalom.
It'll get easier than that. Smooth. I enjoyed that.
All right, brother. Bro, you